Hey guys, welcome. Procrastination. Yeah, well, I'm here to do this one.
Benny's at.
Well, it's not like I need I need Bennett's constellation because I completely has all of his constellations now. But oh wait, this. Wait, after a while? Well, what's this? You're my motion at the seal. Oh. When did this come here? Do for you. When does the Alcova say that? Oh. That's just it? This is a nice ride.
Welcome to the Clementine Line Aquabus. This boat tour will take you to the magnificent Court of Fontaine,
wow.
The most important city in our nation. I'm Aval, and I'll be your tour guide for this trip. Even though I'm not as reliable as Elfan from the Navia line, I'll still do my very best. And if you're dissatisfied with anything, feel free to let me know right away.
It's like an instant transporter.
Please contact a staff member with your feedback after reaching the station, and we will address your concerns as soon as possible. Back on topic. The destination of this trip will be the Court of Fontaine. If you'd like to learn more about the latest technological developments in Fontaine, the hottest new trends in cuisine, or upcoming sensational trials, please subscribe to the Steambird.
The Steambird, Mona. Shot fired. Oh. Did I just hit any enemies there?
The Steambird runs lots of fantastic serialized novels,
wow.
including the thriller Great Detective
Child's
Herlock,
auto attack
which
is
recently
still
reached its dramatic
working.
conclusion. Right
Oh,
at the very
there's
end,
another one
Herlock
there.
faces off against the real mastermind.
Wait, there's one over here. Let's put that on the map.
Revealed to be the assistant, Miss Tacoba, in a duel at the old site of Lilia Cruces Ordo. I couldn't stop my feelers from shaking. Oh no, did I spoil it for you? Oops. Anyway, coming up ahead on your left-hand side is Miracy Village, the hometown of all Melusines, myself
side.
Included. It's deep below the ground, just over there.
There's the Hydro statue, and there's also the Oculus.
We will now pass through Poisson Tunnel.
But for now, I want to get to the area, and I think this is going to get me to the area. Right over there.
Now that I think about it, very few people tend to take this line.
Really?
Maybe it's because humans don't really like deserts? After all, the most popular route in and out of Fontaine is through Liyue's Tenyu Vale.
Tenyu Vale?
I've heard that in places with lots of sand, even
there's one
clockwork
here.
Meka will start to malfunction. I mean, no rational person would try to cross a vast, hot, and dry desert to get to Fontaine, right? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to imply that you were irrational.
Actually, we did went through the desert. I'm seeing a lot of Oculus on the way there. Yeah, and the statue is right there, dead smack in the city. I knew it.
Looking ahead on your right-hand side, you'll see Aranias, where the Opera Epiclese is located. Do you see that really tall structure? I once asked Elfin, what's that big old thing? She said, no clue. What's the use of learning the meaning of things? But anyway, Elfin is a super amazing and super friendly Melusine. If you have a chance, you really should take the Navia line and listen to her tour. Behind me is the destination of our tour, the magnificent Court of Fontaine. Please take all of your personal belongings with you when you disembark.
All right. Thank you very much for this water train ride. She reminds me of Pom Pom. Well, her outfit at least. Because, you know, conductors. Court of Fontaine.
Oh no! I almost forgot. Ahem. Well aboard the Aquabus, please keep your head, hands, and other body parts, as well as your canes, swords, cameras, and other personal items inside the boat at all times. The Aquabus operator bears no responsibility whatsoever for any injury or loss incurred as a result of disobeying the rules. Maybe it's a bit late for the disclaimer. Anyway, I'm happy you've had an incident-free journey today, and it was my pleasure to serve as your tour guide for this trip. Thank you!
Thank you for the ride, too. Welcome to Fontaine. After a while.
Welcome to the court of Fontaine. Please watch your step.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Aquabus. I need to... Oh. I need to head to where the statue is.
Which is more valuable, unlimited Mora or unlimited?
Oh yeah, by the way, before I forget, I haven't claimed her yet. It's Lynette.
Let the magic begin!
No, it's, yeah, right, it was Lynette. Alright.
Let the magic begin!
I want to see how she works, though. Where is she? Let's level her up. Although I don't think I'll be able to level her up any higher because, you know, materials are at Fontaine.
My perception has been heightened.
Sophisticated energy. Animal damage. So she's really a cat person. Just like Diona. Yeah, I can't do that anymore. What do we give her? Elemental Mastery. This art seems to fit her outfit nicely. By taking damage disables this effect for 5 seconds. Or should I get her the energy recharge for this one? um... Let's switch to Lynette, even though she's low leveled, okay? Kazuha, take a breather, okay?
You lead the way.
Oh. No, wait, where is she again? Oh. Very nice. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's disappeared. Anyways. Oh, wait. How about the Traveler? Let's switch.
There's still a long road ahead.
For those with noble hearts. Let's resonate with Hydro. Land of Fair Springs. Oh!
Go!
It's my... It's using the HP. Oh no. Anyways, let's go to the event, shall we?
You want me on your team?
Okay, so where is it? Is it higher or lower? Oh, lower. Although I haven't tried the swimming mechanics yet. The diving mechanics, I mean. But later. This is so annoying. Yes, very annoying. Doesn't this just mean that Lady Farina will sit at the judge's table? Exactly. The judge's table? What does that mean? Oh my, we have guests. Judging from your clothes, you must be outlanders, yes? In that case, it's quite expected that you might not understand our local lingo. Allow me to put it this way. Who should sit at the judge's table? The justices, of course. And who is our Chief Justice? Monsieur Neuvillette, naturally. Neuvillette. Did I pronounce it right? Oh my god. I know for certainly for sure that this is Monsieur Neuvillette. Neuvillette. Oh. Oh my, well then why is our dear Hydro Archon sitting in Monsieur Neuville's chair? Come now, tell me, what would the poor people being judged think of that? If it were me, why would I feel cheated? Why I would feel cheated? Our Hydro Archon knows nothing about being adjudged. Oh, so the Hydro Archon knows nothing of being a judge, yet she is known as a judge? Isn't that one of the Hydro Archon's title, being a judge? Well, it does seem like they wouldn't be getting what was advertised. Exactly, trials will be not as advertised, precisely as you say. Huh? So it does mean what Paimon thought it did? Wait for a second. Are you sure it's okay for you to make fun of your god like that? Oh, of course, our Archon loves such jokes. Why, if this words reach her ears, she would tie me to a stone and have me hurled into a deep lake watching enthusiastically from sidelines the entire time. I think that would be your definition as a joke. As a person who loves jokes, you know? But, dear guest, do not grieve yet, for our good Arbon is ever so flighty with his words that even a millstone could not sink him. And our Archon would say, it's a miracle, such a romantic ending, while applauding most loudly. In fact, she might even shed a tear or two. And she may even bestow upon me a model of romantic Fontaine medal. Yes, most romantic. Is that what Fontainians consider romantic? Fontainians. Paimon's not sure what to say here. In any case, let's get to business. Might I ask why you have come to our humble store? Speaking of which, Arbon, don't you think our two guests look like the famous adventurers the boss told us about previously? Huh? Quite so. One with hair like burnished gold, and the other like shining silver. Oh, right. Might the two of you be Mr. Traveler and Miss Paimon? You know us? The boss was asking around at the Adventurers Guild about adventurers active in Fontaine and ended up being told about the two of you. Word is that you're a pretty formidable team. Well, Mr. Traveler, looks like we're getting more famous by the day. Tis all thanks to you, Miss Paimon. That rhymes. Hey, haven't you been growing a silver tongue lately? Alrighty then. For that, Paimon shall always share her fortune with you. That was a very good skit. Well then, what would your boss like from us? Well, unfortunately, he's not in the store right now, so allow us to tell you in his stead. Just a few words, not to worry. To be brief, our boss would like your help collecting data for his Champion Duelist plan. Champion Duelist plan? It's a plan to use Champion Duelists as the main characters, the development centerpiece, and the focus of our advertising for a new line of clockwork toys. Alright, that's our business, by the way, clockwork toys. Also, have the two of you heard of Champion Duelists? I have, don't worry, continue. Not at all, could you explain? They're a special institution in Fontaine. If you commit any crime as you face your trial, you may apply for a duel against a champion duelist. Should you prove victorious, you can clear your name and defend your honor, and thus remove the need for a trial. However, defeating a champion duelist is no mean feat. But still, that kind of... But... What? I don't understand. This kind of trial system. Harder than selling toys, certainly. Of course, it would be to an average civilian, but to vision users, Division holders, though, well, our boss believed this is an excellent cultural institution of Fontaine, as such toys of this kind may yet sell very well indeed. And if they do get popular outside the country, we can also win honor for our nation. 2 birds with 1 stone. I say, I can see Lady Farina herself pinning medals on our chests. Okay, so that's the situation now, but if you're making toy champion duelists, what do you need as adventurers for? Well, you can't develop anything without data, and the strength of the champion duelist is honed in all manner of perilous places. Getting data on them isn't easy. But we heard that the more impressive adventurers do similar things. We thought, why not adventurers to help us instead? Paimon kinda gets it now. You're gonna use adventurers to get the data you need for your line of champion duelists, is that it? That's false advertising. It's no different from Lady Farina sitting at the judge's table. Well, now it's not quite that serious. It's more like replacing a romaritime flower with a mallow tree. Or, you know, a wooden pillar with a stone one. I think rather than a wooden one to a stone one, it's rather the other way around. Yeah, doesn't all this mean more or less the same thing? That's what you two were talking about from the start, you know. And we heard it all. That. We were talking about Lepotologeri, the watchmaker next door. They're way worse than we are, trust me. They call themselves a watchmaker, but they make toys on the sly. Now that's just completely absurd, isn't it? Isn't it? Indeed, terribly so. But what's wrong with that? I mean, even if they're a toy maker, if you want to sell even if they are watchmakers, they could make a toy if they want to. As long as they have the materials to make it. A watchmaker that sells toys? Exactly, and is that not reprehensible? Come, tell me, what do you like most in this world? What Paimon likes most? Well, it's your best buddy Traveler, of course. In that case, if there was a Traveler puppet store somewhere that you traveled from afar to see, only to find that it did not sell Traveler puppets at all, but instead stocked nothing but a ton of Arbonne puppets, would you not be angry at this betrayal of your expectations? Would you not cry and scream? Would you not send the boss of that store flying with a single punch for denying you the purchase of your dear companion? Why, I'd be furious. I'd punch the store owner straight into us selling the fortress of Meropide. Seriously, who'd buy Arbonne puppets anyway? Well, now that you say it, it would be kind of annoying. What do we do, Traveler? It would be terrible if puppets of you were to go out of stock. 5 minutes of red herring. Don't get distracted. They're selling you a bridge here, you know. Paimon is a red herring. Don't get distracted. Huh? And they almost got Paimon there too. Oh, come now. We were just making analogies. And do you know what they say? There's no such thing as a perfect analogy. And well, the things that we describe do happen. After all, you will not find Beryl conscious in conch Madeline's, will you? The cursed word conscious again. The cursed conch word conch. Oh no. Precisely, and such things will only increase in frequency until a day comes when watchmakers stop making watches altogether, but we shall not forgive them. Oh no, unless they change their name to Lipo Toy Makers. And there you both go again. You two really love spouting nonsense, don't you? The more you talk, the further off topic we get, so let's just have it now. What do you need us to do? Well, actually, we do have one request to make before that. Could you two go to Lipo or Logiri next door and do a little investigation there? Watchmaking is their main trade, but their latest toys have become so popular they're stealing our customers. We heard that the store owner gained inspiration for those toys in Mondstadt, and we're curious about what they might be. Wait. Mondstadt don't have particular toys though, but they have ruin guards, a lot of them, even leeway. For all you know, it might be some alchemy power toy that gives off scent 4 times as sweet as Sunsietta's, which they use to ensnare people. Well, I've heard that there is an alchemist in monster that can do that anyway. A quadruple sweetness Sunsietta? Wouldn't that be? Right, it would be sucrose. As such, could you please help us check out? Dear guests, our boss is quite concerned about this matter, and why won't you go yourselves? Oh, come now, dear guests, we have reputations to maintain as business people. We can't just walk over there willy-nilly. Exactly, it's for the sake of our reputation. And is one reputation not once all? For my part, I must go tell our boss of your arrival, so please lend us your aid in this matter. To be honest, Traveler, Paimon's pretty curious. What would toys that take inspiration from Mondstadt look like? Would they really have something to do with alchemy? Let's just go have a look, shall we? Thank you so much. In that case, we shall wait for news from you here. Wait, is this really... Are you going to attack us if we attack you? No, that's true. And what is this? This is a new one? Oh. Oh, there's also a spin crystal. Hello, dear customers. I'm Karen, the owner of the shop. What can I do for you? Hey there, boss. We've heard that you've come up with an awesome toy, so we'd like to know more about it. Haha, of course you can. Still, my elder brother sent you here to seek out information, didn't he? Oh, so they're actually brothers. Eh? Your brother? Wait, actually, how do you know what we were here for? Well, I just saw you walking out from the clockwork shop, that's all. My brother owns that shop, and I know him and what he'd do. This is right up his alley. Really? From so far away? He's also spying. That means you're also spying, you know. Exposed before we could even started. We should have prepped before coming over. We're supposed to know that you're brothers. Now this isn't just a matter of corporate competition, is it? It's your brother against brother. Paimon, mind your language, please. Sorry, boss. Paimon's ring gears got stuck there for a minute. Don't worry, even the best made toys have components that will get stuck at some point. It's the same with people. You need to take good care of them. Besides, I don't think you're wrong about how my brother sees our relationship. Regardless, I won't take up more of your time than needed. Let me talk about these toys instead. Are you sure this is okay? We're supposed to be secretly gathering intel. Such interesting things you say, dear customers. Our store's real bread and butter is clocks, which we make using techniques handed down from generation to generation. Toys are just my personal hobby. They bring happiness to people, so if I let more people know about them, is that not the same as spreading happiness? Wow, that's such a nice way of thinking about things. My brother would probably say that this line of thinking is too unadventurous. But that aside, why don't you have a look at the toy? I hope you'll like it. I heard that you got your inspiration from Mondstadt. Indeed, I've liked the place since I was little, and when I went there recently, it was indeed a rewarding experience for me. I incorporated the story of an adventurer I met there into the toy, but don't set your expectations too high, alright? In the end, it's just a simple clockwork device. An adventurer? So it's not a product of alchemy then? An alchemy toy? That sounds interesting, but his adventurer made quite the impression. If there is time, I'll tell you his story. Wait. Wait. Is the adventurer you're talking about the traveler? Would you like to try the toy out now? There's nothing quite like experiencing it for yourself. We'd love to, but they're still waiting for a reply on the other end. We should get there first, traveler, and then come right back. Paimon really wants to try this adventure toy right away. We should get there first. Wait, this kind of sentence construction is so weird. We should get there first, traveler, and then come right back. But Anyways, that's so weird. Alright then, remember you're always welcome here. It was such a weird constructed way. Our man. This stuff. Why does it remind me of something? Penguins! Oh! Yo! You got... Isn't this like a 4-star?
They have, in fact.
Isn't she like the 4-star Yelan? Because Yelan has that kind of skill running. These are twins, aren't they? Yeah, I think there are. It's too bad I can't. I didn't pull for Linny. After all, I'm waiting for the other character at Fontaine to come out, so I'm saving. Primos. Boss, our 2 guests have returned. The 2 of you are quick indeed, as pet of people recommended by the Adventurers Guild. I'm Livre, the owner of the shop. Welcome. Hey there, boss. So you and Karen are brothers. We didn't know about that, and he saw through us right away. Seriously, Albert, you didn't tell them something this important? You guys just didn't tell us on purpose. Seriously, Arbon, didn't we agree that you tell them? If you're gonna cut anyone's salary, boss, cut his! Hey, are you 2 brothers too? What? Don't call this guy my brother! Oh, they definitely are. So what you mean to say is that the mission's a bust? You didn't find anything? Well, no. Karen is a really nice guy and he didn't mind even though he knew about us. He even told us that we could try the toy out anytime. Heh, that guy. So is that toy alchemically powered? No, it's an adventurer toy. Those things are so corny. Didn't he say that he incorporated some adventurous story into it or something? That's right. How did you know? Did you already investigate the matter or something? I just know him all too well. He always puts something sentimental into his toys without caring about the market situation. If you ask me, adventure stories are long out of fashion. But his shop is very popular, isn't it? That's just ordinary market fluctuations. Once our champion duelist lineup takes its stage, we'll have him beat easy. But those aren't real champion duelists. They're the result of us out-of-fashion adventurers play acting. What do the 2 of you know? This is what we call packaging. It's standard practice on the market, and no one cares how exactly you do it. Oh my god. Consumerism. This is the height of consumerism. We're just going to get the data and put it into some popular toy prototypes and claim that it's a story about the growth of a champion duelist, and that'll do the trick just fine. Really? That's it? Paimon feels like there are definitely problems this way. It's fine if the story issues is all about the gimmick. What would you think if I told you that Arbon and Albert are in fact ultra-realistic, ultra-high-quality puppets based on the theme of double act? What? They're puppets? Can puppets look so real? Of course they can. That's the power of double act. Tricks can seem very real indeed. See that? That's the power of packaging. Even a gimmick can, when presented the right way, generate interest. The power of packaging? I say it's just the power of advertising. Oh my god. We're practically seeing an IRL advertising scheme. So it was just a trick, you cheater. You couldn't be more different from your brother. Well, that's his problem for not staying in his clockwork lane. If he wants to stick his nose into the toy-making business, it's my duty as his older brother to show him what's what. Quite a dab hand, aren't you? None more conniving than a merchant, I see. Quite a dab hand, aren't you? Thanks for the compliments. In that case, eyes up, you two. The data collection will be run by Arbon and Albert. Hehe, well, we're just gonna turn a blind eye to your brotherly conflict. Just don't skip on our payments. Alright, let's see what's this about. Oh, it looks nice. Dance resolution? What? Is this a copycat of Dance Dance Revolution? Star Wars situation map. Okay. Talk to Armand, the staff member. Armand? To Albert, the staff member. Hello, you two. My name is Armand. You seem kind of nervous. Sorry, I get like this when there are too many people around. No worries, no worries. You don't have to rush. We're just here to try out the toy. Oh, sure. I have prepared a handbook for you. That's so nice of you, Armand. We'll read it carefully for sure. It's alright if you don't read it. It's very simple and for fun. Do you want to try? Thanks, I'll give it a go. I hope you enjoy yourselves. During the challenge, control the toy and... Wait. Doesn't this look like... No, is that the reason why Bennett is the Bennett's consolation the prize for this? Because I knew this looked familiar. So it's actually Bennett? Anyway. Before the challenge starts, adjust your attack delay to optimize your toys for action precision. With suitable attack delays parameters, you'll be able to hit toys to the rhythm more easily and score higher in the challenge. On certain devices, you can enter the settings interface to adjust the attack button position before starting this challenge.
Tea is ready. Now it's time for a short rest.
Okay, but let's finish the story, the event story quest first. Go see what you need to do. You receive another missive from the workshop. Since that all is not proceeding as planned. Wait until 2 days later. Isn't this at the reload the 6th? This the lamps they use to keep the cold at bay. Yo. Ah, that's so many. Just a moment, you guys. I almost forgot to check in. Let me just check in. Okay. Got it, just in time. Albert is busy completing the quest. Oh. Oh, because we need to talk to him too. Are you so eager to begin work already? If you don't mind me saying so, I don't think that this plan will go anywhere. Might as well go over to Liput Hologura to have some fun, eh? What? Is that your honesty coming out to play? Shh, pipe down now, pipe down. If someone hears us, they might take me for a hostile spy. Let's leave this topic at that, shall we? I mean, I just work here, so let's talk work. Let me state first that this data collection project will be divided into two parts. One will be run by Arbon and the other by me. On my side, we wish to model the might of a champion duelist, and so we will need you to complete some bits of combat proneness. We have found some places where monsters often gather and planted data collection devices in the vicinity, so you need only go forward and clear those creatures out. I have already marked the exact locations on your map. As for any other things of note, they have been written into this manual here, which you can pursue at your leisure. So do you have any questions? No? Well, in that case, I hope the data gathering session goes like clockwork. Okay. Later for that. Go to the shop. The feedback on the board doesn't look right. Shouldn't we be receiving naught but high praise? It wasn't like this before. Quite unexpected, yes. I suspect foul play. Fortunately, our boss has, in his wisdom, prepared a contingency plan. Well, of course he has. Why else do you think he's the boss? I feel like I'm watching a skit whenever I see these two conversing. Arbon, Albert, is Liverine? Is Liverine? He's got something for us, apparently. All right on time. Here comes the contingency now. What contingency? Well, that's you. That's what the boss said, but he's not here right now, so let us explain. Just a short explanation once again. During the last 2 days, we released the result of our champion duelist plan to the public. We've also started pre-orders that will allow people to pay half the price as a deposit and thus qualify for early access. We also placed an evaluation column, that is to say the message board, at the door of our store, upon which people could leave their profuse praises. This is what they call building hype. Just as the boss expected, our store really did get very popular, but very few people placed pre-orders, and the amount of praise left in the other column was also lamentably low. You lack sincerity. Where is the internal quality control? That, yet with the times, such are the reviews we've gotten. It looks like the market wasn't quite what you expected, huh? I fear things are not so simple. We have a saying around here that where there is smoke, there's fire. That is to say that something never arises from nothing. In other words, someone is spreading rumors. Baseless, sick-ruled rumors that smear us. Irresponsibly. That irresponsibly invent disparaging fictions and devote our fabrication. Why is the objection here? A meme. Wait, this is a very good... This will be a very good Tumblr. Just a minute. What do I mean by Tumblr? I mean thumbnail. I'm getting tongue twisted here. The boss is sure that his brother is the only one who can be behind the smear campaign. Lipot Horologeri has the most to be worried about if this plan succeeds after all. So what do you want to do? Hire us to smear them right back? Lady Farina above, how could you ever think such a thing? Our boss is Karen's elder brother after all. Even if they might stoop to such low and vulgar means, we will defeat them fair and square. Exactly, only this way can the elder brother reform his wayward little brother. What are we needed for in that case? To get them to reveal what they mean by sincerity and internal quality control, of course. Reveal what now? Is that not fair? And is Fontaine not the nation of fairness? But what do you mean? It's like it's very easy. Quality control means just that. I mean, what kind of toy are you selling anyway? That's not what fairness means. The boss said that since everyone seems to think that the other party's packaging has been done with sincerity, we should keep pace with them. We shall package our champion duelists as they package adventurers. Adding that to our wealth of data will guarantee us a comeback victory. Packaging? Nah, they just turned an adventurer's tale into a toy, that's all. Oh, that must be it. Please ask them what it is. That story must be the packaging we speak of. I too have heard a little something. It seems that while Karen was drunk, he accidentally let slip that this story was made due to a certain person. And that certain person, now I found out, is Bennett. Wow. I just noticed even the dog here are so fashionable. They're so fashionable. What? They dress more fashionably than Paimon and the Traveler. Imagine what a grand tale must have heard to inspire such words from him. Ah, really? You know, Traveler, Paimon's suddenly kind of curious as to what that story might be. Why did we try going back and asking? Will you? Oh, splendid, splendid. We shall leave this in your capable hands then, Miss Paimon, Mr. Traveler.
Surprise!
Oh. Do I need to hold it? Talk to Karen, the shop owner.
Step on up!
Hello again, these customers. How have you been? Have you tried out the adventure tour, by the way? Hey there, Karen. Actually, we've got some things we wanted to consult you about, and yeah, it's about the toy. A happy coincidence, and I enjoy those. Like a fortuitous opportunity to nap, or just happening to have enough more to buy what you'd like to. Ask away. I'd like to hear the story behind this toy. That's right, we've heard that you base this story on someone. That's gotta be the adventurer's the star in this tale, right? I see, so that's your question. Well, that adventurer did indeed leave a deep impression on me. I met an adventurer in Springvale when I was about to leave Mondstadt. It appeared that he had messed up some sort of meal delivery commission. Apparently, he had encountered several waves of monsters on the way there, and not only had he missed the timing, but the food had also been bumped about. Knowing a thing or two about cooking, I helped him make a few serving. Well, that sure was nice of you. Well, but that's not all. You might find it hard to imagine, but that one attempt at cooking resulted in all manner of accidents. The firewood got wet, a big hole got gouged in the bottom of the pot, and while I was plating up, I was hit by some flying stones from out of nowhere. One of them even bounced onto my head. Now that one really hurt. Well, the job did eventually get done, albeit with a complaint from the customer that they had cracked a tooth on a stone while eating. Lady Marina above, surely it wasn't the stone that hit us on the head? Was this adventurer's name Bennett? That was his name. Wait, do you two know him as well? Interesting fellow, that one. Later, he took me to all sorts of rarely visited places in Mondstadt to show his thanks. It was a pretty rough journey, but the uncommonly beautiful sights made it worth the effort. I wouldn't have taken him for a travel enthusiast had he not told me that he had discovered those places by losing his footing during adventures or from getting lost. On the day of my return to Fontaine, he came to say goodbye, and there I asked him if he considered his unlucky disposition bothersome. He just gave me a thumbs up and said, The world is full of all sorts of people, and maybe I just happen to be the unluckiest. Ah, our poor Bennett. But thanks to that, I've also become the bravest person, and that's given me access to sights only I can see. What a brilliant way of putting things, walking the path of misfortune with a big smile on one's face. Perhaps that's the spirit of a true adventurer. Yeah, Bennett is very, very good influential for anyone. It's very easy to give up on things. That's right, Bennett's the most adventurous adventurer for sure. If bad luck can be infectious, perhaps that adventuring spirit could be too. And with any luck, the latter can spread far further than the former. I wonder if this story will give you enough material for your report. How did you figure that one out this time? Where there is smoke, there's fire. That's what we say in Fontaine. Oh, so that really is the saying, huh? If you really want to know about this story, you'd ask the first time, but since you're only doing that now, I can only guess that my brother put you up to it. So you really did know. You know, Paimon doesn't get why Oliver would have such a dim view of you. You're pretty smart and you seem like a nice guy. It's anger, I think. He's probably still mad at me for what he sees as a betrayal. Eh? Betrayal? Our family is well known for our skills in making clockwork devices. I've always been good at making toys of that sort, and while my brother isn't quite as good, he's got a real knack for doing business. Since we both love toys, we agreed that when we grew up, we would set up the best toy store ever. But it was only when we grew up that we realized that someone had to succeed the family business. That is to say, this shop. Oh, so that's it. So the younger inherited the shop while the older went to fulfill their dreams of building a toy shop. My brother had a big fight with our father over that, and he went to strike out on his own. I, on the other hand, was convinced to stay, and is that not a betrayal? Wait. But what was the big fight about? Is it that the brother wants to inherit the clockwork? But since Karen is talented in clockwork, his father chose him. Does that really count though? Well, it wasn't a show of adventurousness, that was for sure. I was afraid that if I failed to make a name for myself out there, I'd have to come crawling back to the family business. I just couldn't take that pressure. I've always been like that. I'd be the first to cry when we encounter some hooligans on the streets, but my brother would have me get behind him with a "don't worry, watch me send them flying with my knuckle sandwich." Knuckle sandwich. Your relationship seems kind of complicated. Well, I suppose that's how things played out, eh? In any case, I'll be here if you have any other questions. You're always welcome here in my store. Go back to Les Shot's workshop. Oh. Boss, our two guests have returned. Quick as ever, I see. I suppose you gained much from your investigations? Huh? You know, Livre, why do you always show up later? Huh? Well, I suppose I am remiss. I shall try to come earlier next time. Anyway, about that toy. You tell Livre about Bennett. He frowns. A toy based on an adventurer named Bennett? I see. Benny. Right, it's about Benny. And another thing, we didn't ask him, but Paimon thinks her brother didn't badmouth her shop. He doesn't look like the type. Oh, how so? He seems to be sorry about something concerning you. You pass Karen's words on. Livre's gaze passes through you to seems to be a place in the intermediate distance, like a camera starring his focus. After a while, the dissatisfied nose struggled its way out of his chest. If you ask me, I don't think that idiot would do something like that either. Wait, so what was this whole contingency thing about? The boss was just looking for an excuse, I suppose. More likely than not, I say. Well, he is a businessman. Businessmen have reputations to consider. And he's the big brother, is he not? A big brother's got a name to uphold, you know? Say any more or you'll eat my knuckle sandwich. Lever is exactly what Karen said it'd be like. Well, dear guests, I was just thinking that I should go pay that idiot a visit. Well, are you gonna put your difference aside and go ask him for advice then? Of course not, but if he thinks he's betrayed me and feels bad about that, shouldn't I give him the opportunity to apologize to my face? He did say that, but Paimon doesn't think that that's sort of betrayal someone needs to apologize for. Yeah, I mean, your father pressured the two of you in his own way. The two of you got. Well, it's decided, Arbon. There's no need for any further pre-orders. Return all deposits as needed and keep that evaluation board. What, boss? So we're not executing the plan anymore? What about the data collection? There's still time to make adjustments. No, the data collection continues. I have other plans for that, and you've got payments to collect, don't you? I always do honest business. Suspiciously honest in this case. The boss is a boss, even when he's being stubborn. I wouldn't call this attitude toward toys completely worthless. I'll pay a visit to Liquid Horologery once the 2 days of data collection are complete. I'd like you two to come too, good customers. I've got some other things to settle here in the shop, so if you'll excuse me. I think he was spying on his brother, though. Lever got such an odd temper. He's not really going to ask for an apology, is he? Well, would you look at that? Our third party has brought about an opportunity for change once again. Third party? That's the two of you, of course. Thanks to you, the differences between the two shop owners may yet be resolved. That's what happened previously, too. Previously? Aye. Have you noticed how this shop is separated from Lippot Horologery by the Northland Bank? The Northland Bank! Boss originally wanted to set up shop next to Lippot Horologery. I could never. I'm having a difficult time to compete with them directly. Now I doubt that they knew about the boss's history when they reserved that space, but in some way they became a mediator in the conflict, didn't they? That's super interesting. The Fatui love to meddle in other people's business, but this sort of meddling is a first for sure. And that's the importance of third parties, just like how a double act still needs an audience. Well, what about solo acts? Would things work with just one actor and one audience? Wait, are you trying to betray me too? You'd better watch out for my knuckle sandwich then. They also love the word knuckle sandwich. Is that a thing in Fontaine? Wait until 2 days later. As usual. Let's go.
Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me.
Wait, what were you supposed to do now? Will the battle between Clock Workshop and Clock Shop. Clockwork Workshop and Clock Shop, the wall between two brothers dissolve when the two bosses meet, or will the conflict grow more intense?
Over here!
I see you're doing well, Charon. But brother, what are you doing here? We haven't seen each other in so long, and that's what you chose to say? I just didn't expect you to come over to see me. I mean, our shops are quite close together, but you never came over. I thought you were still angry with me. I'm not here to talk to you about what happened before. I'm just going to ask you this. That adventure toy was made because of me, right? I knew I wouldn't be able to hide anything from you. Really? Wait, now Paimon's confused. Wasn't that toy inspired by Bennett? I see you two have arrived as well. I'm sorry for not explaining previously, but I didn't know where to begin. Although that adventure did give me critical inspiration, my brother was the real reason I insisted on having the toy made. I can see why it might be complicated for you. I don't really get what was so difficult about all this. I can see why it might be complicated for you. Taron, your mawkishness hasn't changed one bit. You haven't changed either, brother. I'm more and more convinced that you and that adventurer are the same type of person. I don't have a vision, nor am I an adventurer. But you have that same adventurous spirit. Bennett lives in an adventure, while you live for adventure. Did you pick that flattery up from me too? How can that be? You've never been a flatterer. You've never hesitated to tell me that I haven't any fighting spirit. And while the truth is frustrating, it is the truth nonetheless. You've always been trying to be the best toy merchant ever, but I acceded to the family's arrangements, continuing the cycle of clockmaking. Only people like you and Bennett could turn their passion into their profession. I cannot. It would take 100 of me to match your courage. Come on, don't say that about yourself. There's no point in hiding this. When my brother first started his intentions to move his shop next to mine, my first reaction was to consider moving the shop. Father would be ashamed, and rightly so. But in the end, the Norland Bank took that spot and separated us. A happy coincidence again, you could say. Yeah, Arbon told us about it. Do you really think the world is so full of happy coincidences? Did the Norland Bank just so happen to come between us at that time? What do you mean, Livre? I had reserved that spot long ago, but a new idea struck me, and so I transferred it to them for a low price. This didn't just come out of nowhere, you know. Oh! But wait, I'm noticing this now. It looks kind of pretty. But I think I've seen this somewhere before, too. For some reason, I think I've seen this somewhere before. So you were the one who got them involved? Huh? Did you think that your previous decision was too impulsive or something? Ever since I left, my goal has always been to be the greatest toy merchant. But what sort of greatness would that be if the family feud made my brother move away in the process, huh? Hehe, that smells like concern to Paimon. You were just making excuses when you said you wanted Karen to apologize, weren't you? Yeah, and Arbon is exactly spot on that. Apologized? What apologized? Did I ever say that? Wow, that's a really earnest denial considering that you actually did say it. I'm here to congratulate you, Karen. That toy is quite well made. It's been such a long time since I last heard a word of praise from you, brother. I didn't think that. I've also brought you a gift. Here's the data I had these two adventurers gather over the last few days. This should help you create something even more interesting. Huh? But weren't you going to make toy champion duelists? That data is important to you, isn't it? That plan suspended. The market shifted faster than I thought, so some ad hoc adjustments will be necessary. But this data, how could I just take it? You take it when I give it to you, obviously. In that case, I'll take it for safekeeping. Feel free to reclaim it should you ever need it again. Huh? So Liver's other plan was to give the data to his brother? I apologize as customers that I did not ask for suggestions first before doing this. Oh, it's fine. You paid us, didn't you? And this is your personal matter. This was totally worth it if your relationship with your brother can be improved, right, Traveler? Our thoughts are aligned in this indeed. We're honest businessmen, too. I guess this was a successful third-party intervention. Alright, Liver, Charon, since we're all here, why don't you strike while the iron's hot and work together on something? You're good at making stuff, Charon, and we can have Liver do the advertising. If you do it as a team, I'm sure it'll work out. I appreciate your good intentions, but there's no need. I feel the same way. Wait, so this is what you two are gonna agree on? That Bennett fellow said this too, didn't he? The world is full of all sorts of people. So you did remember that part. The world is full of all sorts of people. And they all have sights that only they can see. If I learned anything from him at all, this would be it. Oh, so Liver also met Bennett before? Karen and I are just different people, which is why we've set out on different paths. Perhaps he thinks that my path is too adventurous, and I, for my part, can't stand the kind of placid existence he leads. Wait, could it be that the two of them were actually together when they met Bennett? Benny, your impact on these brothers are so amazing. That's right, if the hour hand does the minute hand's work, it will get fired without compensation the next day. And while intense challenges are an adventure, is a simple life, not one as well. Everyone's on their own journey of adventure. So, since we've chosen our direction, let's walk down that path and seek our own unique sights. And I'll occasionally go meet with you. After all, your road will be quite difficult. Don't you worry about me. At least I know how to enlist third parties to help me out of jams. I didn't sit around waiting for these adventurers or the Northland Bank, let me tell you that. And what will you do when there's a problem that even a third party can't solve? I'm sure you know how the stiffer a gear is, the less durable it will be. I worry that. And if we meet, we'll meet. What else can we do, huh? That's just life. No, you won't be defeated by life, just like Bennett. And if things prove otherwise, yeah? I'll send you flying with a knuckle sandwich. Ah, Brad, listen to yourself talking to your big brother like that. Don't get too cocky. Well, if Lady Farinia can sit on the judge's desk for a while, then the little brother can borrow his big brother's lines, right? Haha, I see you're figuring us Fontainians out. I'd like to ask you something, so if you're free, let's meet outside my shop later. That's all I had to say today, Kara. I'll be heading back now. Ah, that was very nice. And Dad didn't even cool down.
Step on up!
Oh. So I need to hold down the E, and the longer it will stay, huh? You're here. Well, you seem to be in a good mood. Thanks to your help. Speaking of which, Karen's Sir Tomasa gave me an idea. Perhaps I should go travel around for a bit and find some inspiration for toys myself. You travel the world. You probably know some friends like that Bennett. Do you have any suggestions for me? Well, we do have a lot of friends, but when it comes to toy inspiration, that might be a bit tough. Why not look for a third party? Eh? We're a valid third party, aren't we? You're referring to the Northland Bank? Oh, you meant the previous third party. I'll let Paimon think. The Northland Bank unders the Fatui, and the Fatui are under... Are you referring to a Harbinger? Do you mean that we can make a toy themed after a Harbinger? Not really, but you can go and talk to Child. We know him. Huh? Traveler, do you mean... Oh, Paimon gets it. Libra, did you know that there is a very special Harbinger when they call the greatest toy salesman is Nesnaya, right? Child. What? Is there such a person? Of course, and he's a real expert too. Maybe he'll inspire you. And you know, a toy merchant and a seller would make a pretty awesome combo, don't you think? Thanks for your suggestions. They've been very helpful. I don't think it would be easy to get in contact with a Harbinger, but I do have some connections at the Northland Bank. I'll see what I can do. Don't forget to invite us to try whatever new toy you come up with. I will keep an ear out for news from me. We just used Child. Child, did you hear that? You're gonna be really a toy maker tonight. Just quit being a Harbinger and be a toy maker instead. Alright, now let's go see this Bennett adventure.
Time itself is a silent song.
It's very simple and fun. Let's begin. I hope you enjoy yourselves. Okay. Let's start. The game has officially begun. Is it just like the mechanics at the event? at the event last time at... Oh, no. Wait, let me focus first. Besides rhythm. The event last time with the hydro. I forgot their I forgot her name already. Anyways. You know, the event in the desert where we had to fix
Time
the
itself is a silent song.
the upside down world. You know, a letter to Armand. Hello, Armand. Is Armand there? There is Arbon and Albert. A letter to Armand. Karen really inspired us back there. We've got a new idea and we need your help. I'm sure you'll be able to do it. We call it the automated comeditron. All we'll need to do is to enter some comic lines into it, and out of its mouth shall come comedy. But I feel that if it's just the two of us, this thing won't be interesting enough, so please help us come up with some lines. The 3 employees are also in cahoots. We know you don't say much, but I'm sure you know a banger or 10. Come on, surely you must be interested in this somewhat. We'll see you after work, alright? Alright. It's very nice to see them all getting along. Okay, let's continue. I can't turn on the when faced with toy blue slimes during the challenge, hold the corresponding arrow keys in advance to charge up before releasing the button to initiate charge attacks. Only charge attacks can damage toy blue slimes. Okay. Oh! Was I supposed to hit the flags too? Or I thought it was just a symbol. I thought it was just a sign of when to charge up. Okay, that's a... the thumbs up. Okay, let's see. Dance Dance Revolution indeed. That's the third one. Ah, animals, slimes.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Agile measures. Oh, I shouldn't have calibrated the toy. When faced with toy double slimes, you're in challenge, tap left and right arrow key simultaneously to initiate a wide range attack. Only wide range attacks can damage toy. What? Wait. Press both left and to unleash around. Nah, this is difficult. I know. I need to focus, you guys. I think I got how the charging works. I missed one, but that's okay. But anyways, that is over for this one. Complete the world quest, acquire the side marks and begin the event.
Let's go find some trash.
Time itself is a silence.
What? Ah, no. Oh. This is supposed to be upside down letters, right? This is the first time I've seen an actual letter. Well, there are some at Mondstadt, like at the bottom of the statue, but... Wait, how am I supposed to... I'm taking a shortcut, okay? This can be considered a shortcut. Just hopefully Bennett will be able to reach the top before. Oh wait, let's rest for a while. Oh, that was close.
This is just my...
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, Benny.
Sounds good to me. place is pretty dead.
Into the wind.
Oh, another one. Toward the Fontaine. Oh, no, wait. Wait, maybe I can just go to the front door. Where am I? I think I'm lost. Wow. And I thought the expectations of a harder to navigate city. I just want to get out of the city. Why is the city so huge?
Time to go.
I just saw something. Ugh. How did I get so farther out? First, I need to get out of this place. There has to be gates on the north, east, west of this place, right? No, don't tell me they don't. Gosh, it's so hard to navigate here. Didn't you just pass me by a few seconds ago? They use this as a way out. Oh. Well, will you look at that? It seems that someone tried to get in. Someone or something.
Follow the wind. Time to go.
What was that noise? Osea Relay, a mysterious clockwork mecha device created by the special energy system produced by Fontaine. It possesses 3 energy states: Osea, Balance, and Pneuma. And these states can be altered when attacked by their opposing. Among the 3, the balance state should be the proper state object exists, but as with many things in the world, what is proper is rarely what is common. Pneuma, Osea, and their mutual annihilation. There are the properties found in life forms, earth, air, and water. Veins of Fontaine. The collision between energies of different Oh.
Quake!
Why are all of you coming here?
Stabilize!
Clouds high. The birds riptide.
No time to lose.
What was that?
Brings a smile to my face.
I know there is a water, you know, a water train that we could have just used, but yo, why would someone leave this here? During the efficacy, what? Wait, let me just go over there.
Solidify! I will have order!
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Oh no.
One with nature.
Order guide you.
Yeah. Ta. Wind Strider. As one with wind and cloud. Ja, ta, ja, ja, ka. Ja, ha. Yeah. Time to go.
Who's next? You can run.
I will have order. Gather.
Wind Strider.
Okay. You got that. But anyways, that's it for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one.